Los Angeles, California, January 1947. A quiet morning in the Leimert Park area is suddenly interrupted when a woman walking near 39th Street and Norton Avenue notices something unusual in a vacant lot. At first glance, it looks like a discarded mannequin, pale, still, positioned almost carefully. But as she gets closer, the illusion collapses instantly. It is not a mannequin. It is the body of a young woman. And what shocks responding officers from the Los Angeles Police Department is not just what they find, but how it is arranged. The scene feels deliberate, controlled, almost staged. Within hours, the area is secured. Within days, the entire city is talking. Within weeks, the entire country is watching. A young woman chasing a Hollywood dream, now at the center of one of the most disturbing unsolved investigations in American history. And the biggest question emerges immediately: who was she? Welcome to American Crime Stories. The discovery site near 39th Street and Norton Avenue in Los Angeles, California, becomes the focus of an immediate police response. The victim is later identified as Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old woman. But in those first critical hours, investigators don't know her name. They don't know her background. They don't even know how long she has been there. What they do know is this: the scene is unusual. Brief pause. The body appears carefully positioned in a vacant lot, not hidden, not buried, but placed in a way that immediately suggests intention. Los Angeles Police Department officers begin documenting every detail: photographs, measurements, ground conditions, surrounding environment. But even early on, investigators face a major issue: lower voice. There is very little usable physical evidence at the scene. No identification, no personal belongings, no immediate witness account. The body is transported for examination, and within hours, authorities confirm the situation is criminal in nature. Serious tone, slight slowdown. But even that confirmation only deepens the mystery, because now the investigation shifts from what happened to who was she. Build suspense, rising intensity, and no one has an answer.
The world turned her into a headline. Elizabeth Short was living a fragmented life across California. Born on July 29, 1924 in Hyde Park, Massachusetts, she later moved west, like many others, drawn to the idea of Hollywood. Los Angeles represented opportunity, reinvention, fame. But reality was far less stable. In the months before her death in January 1947, she lived in different California cities, including Los Angeles and San Diego. She stayed temporarily with acquaintances, worked small jobs, and tried to find a place in the entertainment world. She was not a celebrity, not a studio actress, not someone with established industry connections, just one of many trying to break through. But after her death, everything changes. The press quickly transforms her identity. The name Black Dahlia begins circulating in newspapers across the United States. The origin is widely linked to media references and her appearance, but over time, even the name itself becomes part of the mystery. And with that name, the case stops being just an investigation. It becomes a national fixation. And attention brings something investigators cannot control: chaos. The LAPD launches one of the largest investigative efforts in the city at that time. Detectives begin reconstructing the final days of Elizabeth Short. They attempt to track who last saw her, where she stayed, who she interacted with, and what her movements were in the days leading up to January 15, 1947. Hundreds of interviews are conducted across Los Angeles, California. Hotels, apartments, cafes, boarding houses. Every possible location is checked. But the investigation quickly becomes overwhelmed, because instead of clear leads, detectives are flooded with conflicting information. Witness statements don't align, timelines contradict each other, and new rumors spread faster than verified facts. Then comes another complication: false confessions. Multiple individuals claim responsibility for the case. Some contact police directly, others go through newspapers first, turning the investigation into public spectacle. But none of these confessions hold up under scrutiny. No evidence supports them. No timeline matches the facts. No physical proof exists. And as the investigation expands, one reality becomes unavoidable. The truth is buried beneath noise, and the case is slipping further out of control. By early 1947, the case involving Elizabeth Short is no longer just an investigation in Los Angeles, California. It is now a national media event. Newspapers compete for headlines. Every detail becomes amplified. Every rumor becomes amplified further. Hollywood's influence adds another layer of pressure. The victim is repeatedly portrayed not just as a person, but as a symbol tied to fame, ambition, and tragedy. This media attention creates a major problem for investigators. The investigation is no longer isolated. It is public, and public attention begins shaping the narrative faster than detectives can verify facts. Leads increase, but so does misinformation. And as the case spreads across the country, it becomes harder to separate reality from speculation. Over time, the Los Angeles Police Department evaluates multiple suspects connected to the case of Elizabeth Short. Some are individuals with criminal history in Los Angeles, California. Others are loosely connected through social or professional encounters. A recurring theory suggests the involvement of someone with medical or anatomical knowledge due to the condition of the body. However, this theory is never confirmed. The investigation expands across different directions: Hollywood connections, personal acquaintances, random suspects, and individuals brought forward through public speculation. But none lead to a breakthrough. Then come the independent theories. Books are written, researchers propose alternative suspects, new narratives emerge decades later. But they all face the same problem: lack of verified evidence. And despite the volume of theories, one fact remains unchanged. No suspect has ever been officially
after the
charged.
discovery in Los Angeles, California, the case involving Elizabeth Short remains officially unresolved. The Los Angeles Police Department has never confirmed a responsible individual. Modern forensic techniques have been applied to historical records, but limitations remain due to the age and condition of evidence. Key challenges include limited preserved physical evidence, no DNA-based resolution from original materials, heavy early contamination of witness narratives, and decades of misinformation surrounding the case. Despite continuous public interest, the investigation has never reached a definitive conclusion. And so the case remains one of the most studied unsolved investigations in American history. A story defined not just by what happened, but by what was never fully discovered. The Black Dahlia case remains one of the most enduring unsolved investigations in American history. It highlights how quickly truth can be lost when evidence is limited, time passes, and information becomes distorted. Even today, the case continues to be studied, discussed, and analyzed. But the central question remains unchanged. Who was responsible for what happened in Los Angeles in January 1947? And how did they manage to remain unidentified for more than 7 decades? Subscribe to American Crime Stories for more true crime investigations and untold cases from across the United States.